DreAllDay.com.
What's good, everybody? Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. Here I just want to talk business. All of life is a business, if you didn't know. This is something that those of you who only watch me on YouTube, if you haven't listened to my podcast, which is called, if you couldn't guess, it's called Work on Your Game, comes out every day. It's on every platform, Spotify, Google Play, iTunes, everything, Apple, everything, SoundCloud. I talk that life is a performance-based business, and I say this all the time. What is a performance-based business? It's a business that is based on your ability to stay in business or obtain business, keep your business, is based on your ability to perform. And if you end up out of business or losing business or just not going anywhere in business, not advancing in business, is because in some way, shape, or form, you are not performing. That's what a performance-based business means. I heard John Calipari, the basketball coach at Kentucky, he said that once. He was being interviewed by somebody. And one of the things he said is that he tells his players, and somebody asked him, well, Calipari, you recruit all these talented players. Sometimes you recruit the same players at the same position at the same time, and you got all this talent on the roster all at the same time. How do you sell players on, like, if they're going to get playing time, they're going to get a chance to start if they come to your school when there's all this other talent already on the roster? What do you tell them? And John Calipari said, every player I recruit, I tell them, this is a performance-based business. That if you perform, you get to stay, you get to get on the court. You get to be a starter, you get the shots, you get the minutes, you get all of that. If you don't perform relative to the other players on the team, then you don't play. That's just the way that it works. And I guarantee you, I never heard Nick Saban say it, the coach at Alabama football team. I guarantee he says the same thing to his players. And Roy Williams says it, I'm sure Coach K says it. Every coach will probably say that. If whoever performs is going to play. And if you don't perform, you ain't going to play. I don't care what you were ranked in your class or what everybody in your family thinks you should be doing or what your dad said or none of that. You got to perform to get the business. In show business, what they say in show business, whoever has the best show gets the business, and whoever shows up gets the business. You got to show up to get business, and you got to put on a show to get business. And oftentimes in life, people talk about how hard they worked or how hard the situation has been for them, or all the ups and downs they've been through and all the hardships that they've dealt with and how tough their journey has been up to this point. Listen, nobody want to hear that shit. Nobody want to hear that shit. And those of y'all who don't really know me and came across my stuff before, listen, I give it to you as real as it can possibly give it to you. Nobody wants to hear your story. Nobody cares about your hardships. Nobody cares about the tough shit that you've been through. Not because people are harsh or people are mean, because everybody's been through tough shit. Everybody's been through rough situations. Everybody's faced setbacks. Everybody's doubted themselves at times. So the only time that matters, and I'm not saying that it never matters ever, because we often hear stories of people talking about it, right? When people reach a certain level of success in life, they start telling the story. They start reminiscing, like, man, it was so hard then, and I was sleeping in my car, and I was about to be homeless, and nobody believed in me, and everybody told me to quit. But look at me now, I made it, just keep working hard. People say that when they win an award or something, right? Here's the thing. People don't want to hear your story until you have proven that you have some substance. Once you've proven yourself and you have some success and you got a track record, that's when people want to hear your story. That's when people want to know who you are. That's when people start asking questions about your background and where you're from and all of that. Like when I would go play ball, let's say I just go play ball at some random park or at some random LA Fitness or something, somewhere I've never even been before, but I go play there for a day. Nobody knows me. Nobody comes up to me asking me, yo, what's your story? Where you from? What have you been through? Like, nobody asks that when they don't know you, because they don't give a fuck about what you've been through or where you from. Nobody cares. But then I get on that court and I start playing and I start scoring, I'm dunking on somebody and I'm out there killing people. It's looking like, damn, who is dude? I never even seen dude before. Now at the end of the day, then you get people coming up to you like, yo, where you play at? Where'd you go to school? Where you from? You come around here often, you try and play with us in this league. People don't want to know your story until you prove that you can do something. Once you start performing, now people want to get in your business. You're seeing all the metaphors I'm giving you here. Performance-based business. Once you start performing, you can get the business. And once you start performing, people want to be in your business. They want to know what you're doing, where you're going, who you are, where you're from, who you hang with, what courts you be playing at, how often you work out. People don't want to know that stuff until you start doing something. You got to do something first. Don't start telling the story first and then do something, because nobody give a damn about that story. Even if they listen, they're not really listening. they'll hear it, but they're not listening, if you know what I'm saying. So get out there and perform, man. Yes, I understand that you got a story. I understand you got a lot of stuff you want to say. I understand there's a lot of things that you want to do to build on where you at right now. I believe you. I do not doubt you on any of that. But understand, until you perform, don't nobody want to hear this shit. Work on your fucking game. DreAllDay.com. My book, Work on Your Game, using the pro athlete mindset to dominate in business, sports, and life, is available now where all books are sold, physical, digital, and of course the audiobook, 100% done by me. If you have learned from these philosophies, the mental game, business, sports, life, anything you do, this is the book for you. Go get it now and work on your game. Dre all day.